Hey guys, Infidel 1258 here. Today I want to talk about something totally different, but it is Splinterlands related. It's actually liquidity pools, and this is the first time I've ever touched one. But I've officially invested in a liquidity pool, and I'm just going to see what's happening. One, it involves SPS, which I love and have a long-term view for. So why not lock some of it up into a liquidity pool where I can generate some extra resources off of that? And two, it involves PKM token, which is the Peak Monsters token. And of course, Peak Monsters is my favorite online or Splinterlands sale site. And so marketplace is the word I'm looking for. And so I just thought, let's give it a shot. I've never done a liquidity pool before, but I went ahead and I locked up what I had access to, all of my PKM tokens, and I matched the appropriate amount of SPS, which is almost $6,000 worth of SPS. As you can see, looks like it's worth $867 according to the system. I haven't done the math on that, but I mean, if you said 6,000 tokens times 7 cents, and I guess the PKM token's closer to 1.5 cents or something. I mean, that makes sense, I suppose. Like, yeah, roughly. And it's not like I know nothing about BeeSwap, but I know one thing, that it was linked on the Peak Monsters website. So Peak Monsters has done some revamps, and you have to explore it kind of for yourself because there's a lot going on here. But I came into, well, I did two things today. One's totally unrelated to liquidity pools, but the first time ever, I used the bulk combine function because I have a ton of like Chaos Legion cards that I wanted to regular foil that I wanted to turn into silver levels. And so if you've never done this, this is not at all liquidity pool related, but just very quickly, if you've never done this and you have a lot of small cards, it's pretty cool. Press preview and it's going to show you what you would have access to. It looks like these cards I have in my collection: Dampier Stalker, Slip Spawn, Periton, so on. And I have enough copies of them that I could raise them up to kind of silver level thresholds. I could get one max silver level target for the Stalker and 4 of these, my Select Slip Spawns and so on. And all I would have to do is just go ahead and hit bulk combine. And I did it earlier, and it just kind of one at a time processes the transaction. So the Dampier Stalker has 0 of 1 transactions done. It would slowly add 1 and so on and so forth until they were all done. And oof, so much easier, but that's a different conversation. But while I was in here, the reason I bring it up is because while I was in here looking at kind of additional functionality and how they've changed some new things about the marketplace, including there's like this new premium, like I've got this little crown beside my name, premium package enabled for this account. I saw that for the first time ever, so I clicked on it, and then I saw this SPS and DAC rewards, which I've never seen before. That's where it brought me over here to staking and liquidity provider rewards, and I started just paying attention. I'm like, oh, PKM's worth about 2 cents now. That's cool. And SPS is a little over 7. And I mean, I firmly believe SPS is going to be eventually, you know, $1 or $2 eventually. And in the short term, it's going to have some positive movement, and then it's going to have some downward movements. I really think that that's true. I don't necessarily want to guess when it's going to go all the way up and when it's going to go all the way down and try and play the yo-yo and, you know, make my speculative guesses. I'd rather, to some extent, just invest for the long haul. And that's why I was like, okay, looking at this page, I'm like, oh, PKM to SPS by Peak Monsters. They have a pool over on BeeSwap, and it's through the Hive Engine chain. So, you know, using Hive keychain, you can sign your signature, sign your transactions. And I'm like, there's a pretty big pool there, 186,000 liquidity, of which look at this, monthly rewards equate to $7,000, and my share of that is gonna be $32 based on my current investment. So like at this moment, and these APRs will always change, and the monthly rewards will always change, and you know what I mean? The eligible liquidity changes, and then one variable changes, they all change. But if you just imagine $32, and I put in, I think we said BeeSwap says I'm worth $867 there. You know, I'm getting $32 in token for free. Well, not free, because there's a time value associated with the staking and the lockup in that liquidity pool, right? So is this better than just, maybe holding my SPS and being ready for a SPS spike and then being able to sell it? Not necessarily. Is this better than perhaps, I guess just holding stable and continuing to lock my SPS up here in Splinterlands, getting 31% APR, and also simultaneously getting my rank battle rewards, which are going to start really soon, right? Because if it's staked here, I'm going to get paid APR and rank battle rewards. That's pretty pivotal. So I don't really know, but I'm saying I'm interested, and I like PKM because I like peak monsters, and I like SPS. So let's just give it a try. I mean, it's only 5,000, almost 6,000 SPS. Of course, that's not nothing, but I have like 130, 140,000 SPS. So I did it. And now I wanted this to be a video that I created for my channel. One, because you guys might be interested. Two, because I actually need to journal this for myself. But I've never done this before. And I don't know if I'm going to regret it or if it's going to be a great choice. I honestly don't know, but I'm taking a stab at it because I like peak monsters. I like the utility their site has offered historically and the vision for the future. Jarby's amazing. And so I kind of want to support their token too. And in my previous conversations with him around how their rewards work, it seems like they're being generous and they've got a vision to, I guess, grow that. And then access to the PKM probably is going to unlock unique ability for me as a peak monsters user. So it seems like it's probably win-win-win, but I can't necessarily quantify all the benefits to me over the long term. And I can't necessarily weigh that in like a zeros and one fashion compared to what the alternative would be with just keeping it staked or keeping it unstaked in my Splinterlands account. It's too difficult to weigh. I don't know all the variables. I'm just taking a little risk for a project that I like, and a token that I've got some hope on, and it's also my first attempt at dabbling with liquidity pools to see what I think. It's nice to see that my share there is listed $32.15. I assume monthly. It must be monthly. Wouldn't be yearly, I don't think. I mean, I don't know, guys. This is the thing. I need to learn this stuff. If you have clarity, or if you have great articles on how I can, I guess, find clarity on these issues that you hear me kind of not sure about, I'd love to see more information about this stuff. I'm sure there's a ton of information out there. I didn't want to go perusing the web to try and track down stuff that may or may not be reliable. But if you guys, my community, knows about resources that can really inform me on this issue, I would love to know more. And while I'm learning and as I'm fumbling with this technology, I will be glad to share that with you guys. One, like I said, because maybe you want to know what I'm up to, but two, because I want to actually journal my process through this so that I can actually learn and glean something, record what I'm up to so that I can learn from it. Otherwise, if I didn't do this video, in 6 months, I might look back at it and my number will be higher or lower, and I won't really even know what went on. How much did I get more PKM? Did I get more SPS? Where did the value come from? Was it worthwhile? I need to know the answers to those, and journaling is going to be the way to I guess, document that process. So if this is interesting, like and subscribe. If you like Splinterlands, you're definitely going to enjoy the channel. Thank you so much for your time and attention. Have an amazing day. God bless.